Hello, my name is Sandra Vanderheide.
And I'm Patrick Finnegan.
We would like to share with you some helpful tips for creating a successful business case. By drafting and submitting a proper business case, every family court employee has an opportunity to share their innovative ideas for how we can improve our established practices so that we can better serve the public, the court, and one another.
First of all, it's important to everyone to understand what a business case actually is and what it does. A business case is a document that explains the reasoning and the rationale for implementing a new practice, a strategy, or a process. Basically, it's an argument that's intended to convince an individual or a group of decision makers to implement a new or innovative idea.
Every business case should follow basically the same format. First, the author or innovator should start with a problem statement. The problem statement is meant to identify for the reader why a current process, policy, or procedure needs to be changed. It should identify why the current practice is not sufficiently or adequately meeting the goals of the organization as a whole. A good problem statement is not simply a complaint or individual grievance, but rather an objective assessment from the innovator's point of view that something specific isn't working as well as it could. Further, the problem statement should explain the negative consequences, effects on the family court by not correcting the problem.
The next section of a business case is called a solution summary. As the name implies, the purpose of the section is to tell the reader how the innovator plans to address the issue identified in the problem statement. The solution statement may be a simple and concise single sentence, or it may need to be a multi-paragraph explanation of the proposed solution. The key is that the solution stays within the scope of and directly relates to the problem statement.
The next segment is called the details portion of the business case. It is here that the innovator has an opportunity to explain how they managed to arrive at the proposed idea and give a proposal for how it may be implemented. This section may include information that the innovator has gained after having interviewed the appropriate staff members and/or management. Specific details may include agreeing or disagreeing points of view about the problem and its solution, a proposed time frame implementing the innovation, the amount and types of resources that will be needed in order to make the innovation work, and perhaps a plan for how to objectively evaluate if the innovation is working effectively.
The final section of the business case should list all of the foreseeable pros and cons of implementing the proposed innovation. This section takes an objective bird's eye view of the proposal based on the feedback that the innovator has received after having discussions with staff and/or management. The pros and cons section should list as many of the positive and negative ramifications of implementing change and may be helpful to put a weight value on each of the pros and cons, since not all will be as consequential or significant as others.
After the business case has been completed, a written copy should be presented to any member of the management team. That manager will present the completed business case at the next management meeting. Or anyone with a completed business case can ask to have their name placed on the management team agenda and present their own business case to the management team. Once a business case has been approved, it will be signed, shared with all of the staff at the next staff meeting, and a copy of the case will be placed on the appropriate shared drive prior to implementation.
Thank you very much for your time and for your attention. We hope that you found this informative and helpful in helping you submit and create a business plan.
And cut.